Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
My name is Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good morning, Brent. Welcome back.
Thank you.
To one of the busiest days we've seen in history.
I see that. I'm seeing today that maybe I should have taken another day of vacation.
Yeah. Well, if...
busy is good, though.
Yeah, busy is good.
Busy is good.
Busy is good. We do want you to know that Brent tried to reach out to Mark this morning over in Loop City at Tradewinds, and it went straight to voicemail. So he has a message to call us back if he wants to visit with us. In the meantime, we expect the Broken Bow Rotary in this half hour to talk about some activities. And, of course, Crazy Days is the main theme for here in Broken Bow, and the carnival, and all those activities through Saturday. And then we have the Old Settlers Picnic coming up this weekend in Litchfield. And we'll have a live remote broadcast from Litchfield this morning, somewhere around 9:30, starting at 9:30. And then later this week, maybe even tomorrow, I'm not sure what the schedule is, we'll be going over to Arnold to talk about the Devil's Den gathering. This is their 11th one coming up in Arnold. So we'll be doing that. And then all the other things that are going on as far as the sales for Crazy Days here in Broken Bow. I would imagine, knowing the Custer County Fairgrounds, there's activities going on out there along with the carnival. So, yeah, this is this time of year. We've had really good weekends, the last 2 or 3 weekends with festivals, and more to come. So that's the plan. We're going to cover lots of different things today. We expect some other folks in, and we have also a recorded interview with DTR Productions, Chad Dolan, excuse me, and he'll be our guest a little bit later on in a recording.
Good. That'd be good to hear from Chad.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Let's dive in here.
Okay.
I know we have plenty of live reads. You want to hand me a couple as well, or do you want to play the game first?
Well, we can play the game. Yeah. You want to do that first?
Yeah,
That's
we better.
A good idea.
It's Big Pig Day.
All right. Our topic, identify the artist that recorded these hits with summer in the title. All right? This new wave group of the early 1980s gave us Suddenly Last Summer. What group was this? Was it the Motels, Berlin, the Pogues, or Burning Sensations? I have
Burning
to admit,
Sensations?
I have to admit, this 80s song I'm not familiar with. I probably would be if I heard it.
I think you would.
But this new wave group of the early 1980s gave us Suddenly Last Summer. What group was it? Was it the Motels, Berlin, the Pogues, or Burning Sensations? Those are your choices.
Call us at 872-2801.
Maya really loves working at Runza.
Yeah, plus all my friends work here. Caleb, Addie, Micah, Runza Rex.
I'm sorry, the last one again?
Micah?
I think it was Runza Rex?
Oh yeah, the dinosaur. That guy is nuts. Makes an incredible cheese Runza, though.
Amazing. Even with those tiny little arms. Apply today at runza.com/jobs or text Runza to 242424.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
All right, didn't get a call, and that's no surprise. I mean, after all, it is just 80s music.
Yes. The answer was the Motels.
Yep, the
sang
Motels.
Suddenly Last Summer.
We had that on our playlist at one time. I thought maybe it was still
really?
in there, but if you heard it, you would recognize it.
Okay.
Want to, before we get too far along here again this morning, to remind you of the Burger Bash to be held tomorrow at the grocery cart from 5:30 until 7 p.m. And this will be a benefit for Tom and Donna Hilkemeyer. Tom's been battling through some health problems, been taking some treatments and so forth and traveling. And so we can help them out a little bit with free will donations tomorrow from 5:30 until 7 during the Burger Bash at the grocery cart. And Brent and I will be there. And I think Jeremy's even talking about bringing Isabel out. She'll probably help too.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
I bet she's growing.
Yeah, I've seen her for a while. Looking forward to maybe having her come out, and maybe we could take jobs holding her while Jeremy cooks hamburgers.
Hey, I love that idea. And, you know, now that you and I are older, it might take both of us to take care of Isabel.
Pass Isabel back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
To Uncle Brent and Uncle Dave. Radio uncles.
That's right. Well, you want to get started on some Crazy Days live reads?
Let's do while we have a chance here.
All right.
Because we have plenty of things coming up.
All right, I'll hand you a few. And I'll get us started by telling you that your friends at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow are looking for new members for their awesome team, both part-time and full-time for all shifts. This includes managers as well as grill, chill, and service positions. Pay available ranges between $10 to $19 an hour based on experience and availability. Plus, they are offering hiring. You can tell I've been off for a while. Offering hiring bonuses on top of your regular pay. Full-time employees can earn paid time off from work, and students get free lunches when school is in session. Can't beat that. Apply at the store or online at snagajob.com today. And you're on your way to having a blast at Dairy Queen.
All right, thank you, Brent. I want to talk a little bit about Bo Bootery because they love Crazy Days. Dick and Jolene they just get excited about it. If you heard their ad, you know they're ready for you. And they'll be open on Thursday starting at 7 a.m. and then the regular hours Friday and Saturday for Crazy Days. But the bargains are everywhere, and they'll have bargains through those 3 days. They have marked ridiculous prices on summer sandals, flip-flops, purses, wallets, and even some Western boots and work boots will be on sale. And that will be Thursday through Saturday at the Crazy Day celebration at Bo Bootery. And as in most cases, the early bird gets the bargain worm. So we suggest you get in there bright and early and stop in over the lunch hour and after you get off work and continue to do that all 3 days for Bo Bootery's Crazy Day celebration.
All right. They're getting ready for Crazy Days at Geared for Sports. Scott is ready to go. Sale starts tomorrow at 7, goes until 6. $10 and $15 tables will be out with great items on them. Some $5 items available as well. They're going to take 30% off Under Armour apparel, 50% off their Husker items, and 20% off store-wide for Crazy Days. Now, that sale will it will not include the CGI chairs. But you may want to buy one of those anyway. They are wonderful.
We talked about them yesterday.
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with them, and Jeremy said they're great.
They are. All sales continue Friday 9 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 4 as well. But go shop early for the best selection. Again, they'll open up tomorrow morning at 7 at Geared for Sports.
Bruning Bank loves Crazy Days. They ask you to stop by outside their bank on Thursday. They'd love to visit with you about things like fraud, safety, economy, and rates, and why Bruning Bank is the right choice for you. They're also providing a watermelon feed in the park on Thursday at 5 p.m., followed by the Platinum Pearls at 5:30, a music group from North Platte, sponsored all by Bruning Bank in honor of Crazy Days. So stop by and talk to them at the bank. They usually have some things out front of the bank and some information for you. And then they're providing that watermelon in the park tomorrow at 5, followed by the Platinum Pearls at 5:30, from a group from North Platte, all sponsored by Bruning Bank.
Courtney from Clips and Curls is ready for Crazy Days. Go and see her and draw for a discount between 20 and 45% off all retail products. Plus, you get a free gift with a purchase of $75 or more, and enter for a giveaway with every purchase. Don't miss a pop-up shop with Ollie's of Sargent. and Smile with Carissa Shoemaker for her going out of business sale. They'll be open at Clips and Curls, downtown Broken Bow, Thursday, tomorrow from 8 to 5. Also Friday the 8th from 9 to 5. You'll find them east side of the square in Broken Bow, Clips and Curls.
Chapin's Furniture. Chapin's Furniture loves Crazy Days, and starting Thursday going through Saturday, they have 20% off spring and summer apparel at Square One Boutique, and they have 20% off home accessories. So stop in through those 3 days of sales. 20% off spring and summer apparel at Square One Boutique, 20% off home accessories. They are so much more than a furniture store on the south side of the square in Broken Bow. Chapin's Furniture.
The students at Mid-Plains Community College have done it again. Those who are in the auto body repair work and automotive section of the school have refurbished an 85 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442. Oh, man. And now your chance to win the car. This is just a raffle. The kids refurbish an old vehicle, and this time they've done an 85 Oldsmobile, and I believe it's going to be in the square tomorrow from 9 to 3, so you'll be able to drive around and take a look at it and then purchase a raffle ticket for just $10. So check it out. The car will be here in Broken Bow during Crazy Days down on the square from 9 to 3 tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Brett. We're going to take a timeout and continue with these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is locally owned and operated and proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. As your insurance advisor, we will sit down with you and review your current coverage to be sure you have exactly what you need. We help handle the difficult issues like claims, adding equipment, or trading vehicles. We work with life, health, home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance. If you would like to review your current insurance, give us a call at 308-836-2201. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Look for us under the big red awning.
Your friends at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow would love to see you during Crazy Days. They have some great specials starting on Thursday and continuing on through Saturday. They'll be open their regular convenience store hours for you to shop. Crazy Days is always so much fun, and they're looking forward to another awesome year of deals for their customers at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
7:44 is your time, and you are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
We're going through all these Crazy Days things.
Right.
I happen to see kind of the schedule, because you and I will be out and about going to all of these places that we're talking about this morning and visiting with the folks that are putting on the sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it's like Dave and Christy, so it looks like you're going to be going with Christy. And then it's got Brent and Buddy. Have you met Buddy? I don't know Buddy.
I don't know.
Do you know Buddy? That's
No.
what it says right on the sheet. It's got Dave and Christy, and then it's got Brent and Buddy. I'm not familiar with Buddy. Do we have a Buddy that works here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I don't know. So
I don't know
I
either.
guess I'll meet Buddy tomorrow.
I didn't know about Buddy.
Yeah. I think it's right there. I think there's
Yeah.
a sheet over here somewhere. Yeah, it says Brent and Buddy. I don't know who Buddy is.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll start right at 7:30, running all over the place. And we're going to see, I don't know, 20, 30 businesses in the breakfast show time period tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be done by 10 o'clock. And last year we got done pretty good time. So we have 2 remotes that we can bounce back and forth off of, and we'll spend about 5 minutes at each business and kind of preview what you're going to be able to take advantage of at all these businesses. But I don't know who Buddy is.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, no. We got a little time yet. Our guests are coming in here yet this half hour. What do you have for us?
Lily Kate Boutique, they're getting ready for Crazy Days. Tomorrow, sales all day from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. And they're going to kind of do the hourly thing, all right? So if you get there early, that means you're going to save more money. So at Lily Kate Boutique from 7 to 8 a.m. tomorrow, 40% off summer fashions inside. Then tomorrow from 8 to 10, that'll be 35% off summer fashions inside. And then from 10 to 6, 30% off summer fashions inside. And then Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., 30% off sale will continue. So to get the best percentage off, make sure you're up and early and go to Lily Kate Boutique from 7 to 8 tomorrow morning, where they'll have 40% off summer fashions inside. Also, sidewalk sales going on all day Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with up to 75% off savings for the sidewalk sales. You'll find them north side of the square in Broken Bow, Lily Kate Boutique.
All right. Also, there are still some job listings that we have on Sandals Express and that we talk about here on the Breakfast Show. One of those is Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. They still have a couple of positions that they're advertising to fill.
They do. Still looking for an infant toddler teacher in Broken Bow. It is a full-time position with a starting wage of $15 to $16.50 per hour. Great benefits included. Looking for someone with their Child Development Associate Certificate, would prefer someone with an associate's or bachelor's degree in early childhood education and previous experience working with infants up to 3 years old and their families. Duties would include primary care and lesson planning for infants and toddlers, conduct parent meetings, and complete various reports. Also, they're looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook. This is a full-time position with a starting wage of $11.50 per hour. Great benefits included. With this job, you would be purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with USDA requirements, and be responsible for cleaning classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. If you need an application or would like more information, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0, or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
All right, 7:48 is our time. Got a little music lined up for you from Bachman Turner Overdrive on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. see who's here. Is this through the Broken Bow Rotary? Is that what we're? Because
Yes.
we have new guests along. How are you doing down there?
Yeah, we can't see her on the floor.
Deb McCaslin, why don't you introduce everybody for us?
Oh, I'm so pleased to be here this morning. We have here kind of a lineage. We have our immediate outgoing president, Jess, who's just in McCaslin, who's done a fantastic job.
Oh, I plan on taking my Air Force One and my Secret Service and my high pay with me.
Good idea. Good idea.
Well, and just an accolade, she this last year, the Rotary International Awards, what they call Clubs of Merit Awards, and they're quite difficult to get. And Jess's leadership last year earned us a Club of Merit, and that's an international honor. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Congratulations.
And then the incoming president, as of July 1, is Michelle Nelson, our fearless leader, who's all charged and ready to go.
I have to ask this question, Michelle. Knowing what you do each and every day, I think it's commendable that you'll take on a little more responsibility, seeing most of us realize how much you already have, so thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's commendable.
Well, I just hope I can do as good of a job as these two have done, so we'll hope for the best.
Well, you've worked with the Rotary for sure through some projects that they've helped with out at the fairgrounds, so I'm sure that kind of nurtured the relationship with the flagpole and the flag and the park and all the different things that Rotary's been involved with in helping improve the fairgrounds.
Yes.
So, all right.
No, I got to make one more introduction here because Deb skipped herself.
Yes.
She is Deb McCaslin, of course. Everybody in town knows her. But she is our district governor also as July 1st. So she will be covering the whole district 5630 this next year. And she's raring to go, too.
How big is the district?
It is pretty much, you take a line east of O'Neill, draw it straight down the state of Nebraska and everything west.
Wow.
So it's probably the western, maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of Nebraska. I don't have Lincoln or Omaha or Bellevue or any of that area, but I've got everything west.
Wow.
You've got the good part.
Oh, I believe so. It's going to be a lot of windshield time.
Yeah.
But the best part of it is I get to drive through the absolute prettiest areas of this country. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. That is going to be a interesting venture, but I know you're up for it, Deb. You always are.
Well, and I've got to give a huge shout out to my partner, Norm, because part of his strategy in going into full retirement was to time it when I took this on. And so he's going to be with me for most of this adventure and has volunteered to drive.
Well, that's nice.
Because I scare him when I drive. So he said, this is the healthiest thing to do for the continuation of our family.
That's probably a good partnership then, no doubt about it. Now, let's talk a little bit about some other guests we have that are
hiding on the floor.
Comfortably sitting on the floor here. Let's find out who these folks are.
So we have Kyle and Carly.
Kyle and Carly.
Yep.
And you guys are stretching out on the floor this morning.
You can't say Rotary is not family friendly.
That's
I mean,
right.
Michelle brings her kids. I bring my kids.
Christine brings hers.
Yes, Christine.
It's just cool because the kids play together and then the adults get stuff done. And
Yeah.
sometimes the kids have great ideas of what you should do next.
Well, they also have a lot of energy, although I will say that you're some of the calmest guests we've had in here for a while, so thank you very much.
It's early.
Yeah, it is
It's
right.
half asleep still. So am I.
There you go. The morning time is kind of a time to kind of get revved up later on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're conserving energy.
Our adults the other way, guys. We start unwinding, and by mid-afternoon, we're not worth a hoot. So let's jump in about any details about anything else you want to talk about today.
Sure. So our big thing this week is Rotary on the Move, and we're moving into Crazy Days. And so, like last year, it's going to be very similar to that. We're going to have the Iron Lung downtown on the square on Thursday, tomorrow, July 7th. And we will be having our chalk art contest. Or I can call it annual now, right? We're in like year 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think we may have even done it during COVID. I can't remember. But we will have our chalk art contest, and that will start at 1 o'clock, and it goes to 4. And you can come at any time and do your drawing in that time period. And we register you, we get your ages and your name, and there's some great prizes. We have $10 gift cards to Fox Theater for the winners.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then to win that, though, you got to convince all your grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles and cousins and random other people on the street to come vote for you. The chalk art's free. The voting is not.
Okay.
But we do give tickets out, and that is how people get to vote. They go and put tickets into cups next to the art that they enjoy the most. So if
Great
you have
idea.
large families like mine, you have an advantage.
Yeah.
So do you purchase the tickets then? Is that how that works?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
yeah,
And
the
how
chalk-
much are the tickets?
They're $1
Okay.
a vote, right? Or is it $1 for 4 tickets? I can't
$1
remember.
for 4 tickets.
Okay.
And we might even tomorrow morning come up with a, X number for $5 or something else. But we do know that 4 tickets, $1 will get you 4 tickets.
For sure. All right.
For sure.
All right.
And the chalk is provided, everything's provided.
Except the creativity. That they got to bring that one.
And they will. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Michelle, do you want to talk about anything else? We got to get her on the radio. She's got to get used to this.
Well, she's somewhat used to it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
used
that's
to
true.
it, but not.
This.
I'm still learning with this. What else? Oh, so we will also be doing cornhole.
That's
Yeah. Okay, so it's a 50-50 fundraiser. They are. How much are the tickets?
Oh, it's going to be $1 again,
Okay.
just because we're real simple.
nice.
We
easy.
run a simple operation out there. $1 gets you 4 bags.
Oh.
And you get a ticket into the drawing for every bag that you manage to get in the hole. So it's 4 tickets, four bags and stuff like that. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll draw a name out, and the money that's in the bucket will be split 50-50.
Okay. So you're making it so anybody can participate for the most part. It's
That's
not
the
gonna be
whole
real
idea.
Expensive, yeah. And have some fun and raise a little money. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And mainly we want to just promote and kind of talk a little bit about all the things that we've been doing and that we've got in the works, because we have just been really, really busy. And it's been a lot of fun.
Good. And you're going to be located in the same area you were before, not
Probably.
not too
yeah,
far from.
right across from Edward Jones, I think.
Yeah,
Right
okay.
in that area.
Okay. Find a little, you put up a little top so they'll see you, or are you going to just go with the sunshine this year?
Oh no, we've got a tent.
Okay. Okay.
And it's got a big rotary symbol on it, so
Okay.
and it's blue, and you'll
Easy
see
to
it.
find. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Deb's signaling us. I was on top of it, but she's doing a signal here that you can only see if you were watching the video. We do have Big Red Blowout tickets. Those are our annual district-wide sales. And what those are gets you to a game to Southern Georgia, isn't it?
It is, yes, it's the September 10 game. I always have to look it up.
And so those are $10, and we sell those every year. What that does is helps our district. It covers some international, some district, and then it will come back to us locally. And so that becomes a fundraiser for us as well. And so, if your name is drawn, Debbie, gotta give me the ticket so I make sure I get this all right. Yes. Okay. If your name is drawn, you got to get yourself to North Platte, Kearney, or Grand Island, and they will drive you from there to Lincoln. And you get 2 primary buffets, I believe on the way back this time because it's an early day game. Sometimes they do lunch, sometimes they do supper. I'm not sure because this is a
But
weird.
it's at Chances Are in York.
Yes, in
Oh,
York.
That's always good.
Right, that's a great one. And then they give you 2 tailgate passes to their private tailgate party, and you get 2 tickets. So if you win, if your name is drawn, you get 2 tickets to go to this Southern or Georgia Southern. I gotta switch that around, I guess. Georgia Southern game, and along with all of that. So
And
it's a
I
lot
got
of
to
fun.
plug these tickets because I keep getting asked now, where are these seats? And they're frankly all over the stadium. They're donated. But I can tell you that we've got 2 box seats.
Okay.
We've got several in the high rent district, up in the, the red cushion seats and stuff like that, and the rest are around the stadium. And what they do is on the bus, they'll have 2 tickets in an envelope. And the winners who are on the bus get to draw for where they're going to sit. And last year, Susie Walker and her husband from the Quilt Shack won 2 tickets. And they ended up sitting in the high rent district for their very, very first Cornhusker experience. And if you want to see somebody really excited and kind of jump up and down when she's talking about it, ask her if she had a good time at the game.
I'm sure she did. What do you think? That sounds like a pretty good deal, doesn't it, Brent?
It does, yeah. In fact, if I have $10, I'll buy a ticket right now.
I was hoping you'd say that because I know last year, Dave, you bought one for me on the spot.
I did.
And
I wouldn't be nearly excited as Brent would be.
Yeah, Brent's like whipping out the wallet and pulling out money. And
When is this date again?
Okay.
If I win, I hope I can go.
If you cannot, they are completely transferable.
They are transferable.
So
Well,
you
that
can
works.
always give them to somebody else. And something else, the reason why we push so hard here is if your name is drawn and my name is on it as being the seller, you get 2 tickets and I get 2 tickets.
Oh, wow.
So we
Okay.
have.
So here's the big question: which one of you 3 is selling this to me?
whose name are you going to write down on there?
And I just fill this out then?
You just fill that out.
All right.
And with you guys' permission, may I leave 2 tickets here with you to give away on the air sometime at your
Sure,
choosing?
we'd love to. I'll guard them with my life because I have a feeling Jeremy and Grant, our new news guy, will be sniffing around and trying to take them. So
Well, you know,
Send
I
them
can
to the
always.
square
I
tomorrow.
can, if they want to purchase any, I would be very delighted to drop by more.
okay, all right. Okay, well, about out of time. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to mention that we didn't talk about?
No, I mean, we will be at the square most of the day. Deb's planning on getting there bright and early to set up.
Okay.
But really, our stuff will start around noon and go till 5 o'clock. And
We'll be there from 9 on, but the activities really, the chalk art is the big thing.
Sure.
And we're doing that in partnership with
the 4 county kids.
4 county kids. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right, real quick before we move along, Michelle, what's going on at the fairgrounds this weekend?
So this weekend we have USTRC out in the outdoor arena. So, yeah.
That and the carnival, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Busy weekend.
busy place again, no doubt
Yeah.
about it. All right, thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
you.
Broken Bow Rotary have all sorts of good things going on. Stop and see them down at the park tomorrow. They'll be right across the street from Edward Jones, right in there. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you very much, guys.
You bet. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The suspect in the mass shooting at a 4th of July parade outside Chicago now faces 7 counts of first-degree murder. The state's attorney in Lake County, Illinois, Eric Reinhart.
We anticipate dozens of more charges centering around each of the victims. Psychological victims, physical victims, attempt murder charges, aggravated discharge charges, aggravated battery charges.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson refuses to step down despite the resignations of multiple ministers.
As a sign that he's not planning to step down anytime soon, Johnson swiftly appointed replacements for his departing ministers. For some here this morning, it's too little, too late.
CBS's Roxana Saberi reporting.
Adesso nella congregazione dei vescovi, nella commissione.
Pope Francis says for the first time, women will be named to the all-male committee that chooses bishops. CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. Time is running out to get registered for the 2022 Cornhusker State Games. The deadline is 11:59 p.m. Tuesday for participants who still need to get signed up for one of or more of the 70 events taking place later this month. The games are entering its 38th year and have grown with more events being added. According to authorities, there's something for everybody to enjoy. They are non-compete activities that people can do, but there are things also like pocket billiards and electronic darts for people who may not feel they are athletic enough to participate. The officials say for people who play the mainstream events, they can go to a tournament every weekend if they want to. That's not the same for all sports. The events like BMX racing and disc golf and fencing just don't happen all the time. So the Cornhusker State Games gives those athletes and those sports a stage that is part of something bigger. A very special way to participate, get in any of the tournament activities by going online. Sports are spread out around the state, but a majority of them will be in the capital city. Kearney also hosts fast-pitch softball and youth indoor volleyball, while Grand Island hosts the Super Retriever Series. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Major League Baseball games of note, the Mets were in Cincinnati to take on the Reds. New York starter Max Scherzer, in his first game back off the injured list, tossed 6 shutout innings, only allowed 2 hits, struck out 11. But it came in a no decision as the Reds get a 1-0 walk-off win over New York. Meanwhile, the Cardinals lost to the Braves 7-1. Atlanta moves 2.5 back of New York in the NL East race. The Brewers lost to the Cubs 8-3. Milwaukee's lead on St. Louis remains at 3 games in the NL Central. Astros won their 8th straight, beating the Royals 9-7. Houston has a 13.5 game lead atop the AL West. Yankees lose to the Pirates 5-2. It was the Twins topping the White Sox 8-2. Alex Kirilloff 2 home runs for Minnesota. They've got a 3.5 game lead on Cleveland for first in the AL Central, with the Guardians losing their 3rd in a row to the Tigers 11-4 the final. Dodgers beat the Rockies 5-2. LA's lead on San Diego now at 5.5 games in the NL West, with the Padres losing to the Mariners 6-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for partial sunshine at times. Do pick up a chance for some scattered showers and storms developing, with high temperatures in the mid-80s. Then showers and storms likely for tonight, a low of 66. Thursday, can't rule out a chance for a storm there, up to 82. But sunny and dry weather conditions then expected for your Friday, with highs reaching into the upper 80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Ricky LeBlanc, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Admitted in Massachusetts only. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Members, Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Nick Neiswander, Florence, Kentucky. Rich Graybo, 970 Farmington Avenue, West Hartford, Connecticut. 860-904-7789. Michael Bo Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. Filing number LA-22-13614. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other attorneys. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson.
Attention U.S. Marines. Veterans were exposed to toxic chemicals in the drinking water on Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Exposure to these chemicals increased the risk for cancer, birth defects, and other serious health problems. If you or a loved one were exposed to contaminated water on Camp Lejeune, you may be entitled to compensation. A new law gives legal rights to those harmed. It is not too late to take action. Call Sokolov Law now for a free legal consultation at 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100.
Come and see us at Bo Bootery. We're your friends at your home-owned shoe store. We'll be open for crazy days, early on Thursday starting at 7 a.m., then regular hours Friday and Saturday. Bargains are everywhere. We have marked ridiculous prices on summer sandals, flip-flops, purses, wallets, and even some Western boots and work boots. We're excited for the fun of crazy days, Thursday through Saturday at Bo Bootery on the Square in Broken Bow.
Hey, Dad, I love this time of year. School's out and rodeo season is in full swing.
Yes, it is, and speaking of that, we need to get ready to go.
Dad, to make sure you have enough cash to get me snacks, we can stop by any of the 8 ATMs that NSB is located across Custer County. They're in gas stations, grocery stores, and they even have a trailer-friendly drive-up.
How do you know all of this?
Well, Dad, you do work for Nebraska State Bank, and I do listen.
You listen to some things.
Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Are you having trouble with your legs, shin splints, ankle, or leg pain? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We can do a walking or running analysis and also fit you with custom or over-the-counter orthotics. Call 872-5111. Let Team Physical Therapy help get you back into shape with our customized exercise plan for you. We are Team Physical Therapy. Team-driven, superior results. 872-5111.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
All right, it is 10 minutes. Make that 11 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. 69 degrees outside under a partly sunny sky. Again, we picked up 2,400 precipitation overnight. That puts our total to 1.73 inches for the month. Again, 69, partly sunny and calm. Our high yesterday, by the way, 96, but the heat index was way over 100 degrees. So it was a hot one yesterday afternoon, but then late afternoon, early
Yes.
evening, it cooled off in a hurry.
Yeah, right after I got done mowing my yard, it really cooled off nice.
Well, perfect timing there.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow's going crazy this week. Along with Crazy Days, they have their usual weekly specials, which are always worth looking at. But this week they are including cherries at $4.99 a pound, watermelons $4.99, or peaches $2.49 a pound. In the meat department, they're going to be offering boneless pork chops 10 for $10. Wow, what a deal. Or boneless beef New York strip steak USDA choice 10 ounce for $6.99. That's an awfully good price. Lay's or Sun chips 2 for $5. Also, now note here on Saturday, now this will be on Saturday, they'll be in the parking lot with smoked brisket meals for $8. This will include beans, chips, and a drink. And they'll be serving from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. this Saturday. Again, that's smoked brisket meals for $8, including chips and a drink, this Saturday at Gary's Superfoods. And the specials I read you are just a small portion of all the specials they're offering in honor of Crazy Days, and plus their weekly specials at Gary's Superfoods, downtown Broken Bow.
All right. While you're out shopping for Crazy Days tomorrow, make sure you stop into Ortello Dale. They're going to be open at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning to offer 25% off store-wide. Now, that does exclude the drinks, okay? 50% off savings on select items as well. And savings continue on Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and on Saturday from 10 to 4 as well. Also, when you're in Ortello Dale, make sure you ask them about their drink cup deal to save 10% off every time you fill it up. Specialty coffee drinks, smoothies, and frappes. Also, make sure you check out their amazing toy selection as well as special gifts for any occasion. You'll find Ortello Dale, west side of the square, Broken Bow.
All right, Off Broadway they were our guest yesterday. Jessica was in, and they were talking about the gazebo again, where, Brent, we had so much fun next to Highway 2. And this Thursday on Crazy Days, they are inviting you to call in ahead of time and get on the guest list, because there's only so much room there, and they'd like to gather out there at the gazebo and have some treats. Next to Casey's in Broken Bow. But they'll want you to call in because they have some of the residents who are going to be going out. But they would love to have some guests, and if you'd like to be there, give them a call at 872-2522. They'll be having a hot dog feed, which includes hot dogs and a side of chips. But again, you need to call in so you'll be on the guest list. And again, if you have questions or need to know more details or want to get on the list, call them at 872-2522.
All right. Let's see, the Quilting Shack. Always love going there for Crazy Days. What a great store. Shop with them all 3 days of Crazy Days. This is at the Quilting Shack. Thursday, they're going to be open early, and they're going to do the same kind of thing as some other businesses, where if you get up early, you save more at the Quilting Shack. So from 7 to 8 a.m. tomorrow, you can save 40% off store-wide. From 8 to 9 a.m., this is tomorrow, save 35% off. From 9 to 10 a.m., save 30% off. And from 10 a.m. until close, save 25% off store-wide. That'll be happening tomorrow at the Quilting Shack. Also, their 25% off store-wide savings will continue Friday and Saturday, excluding the machines, of course. Friday, they're open 10 a.m. to 5:30, open Saturday from 10 to 4. Be on the lookout for Shack Whack deals through July, too. And you'll find them East Highway 2, Broken Bow, at the Quilting Shack.
All right, Mr. Ryan Anderson is here. We're going to visit with him about the Garden Center right after these words.
Summer is finally here. Burning Bank can help with your summer travel and fun with our new My Card feature on our Burning Bank app. Are you budgeting for your summer activities? Easily track your recent debit card transactions. Are you traveling for vacation? Simply plug in your destinations to make spending money wherever you are easy and convenient. Misplaced your debit card? Shut your card off with the flip of a switch. No matter where the summer takes you, Burning Bank is always here. Download our Burning Bank app today and check out the My Card feature. Burning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
How you doing, Mr. Anderson?
Pretty good.
How's things at the garden center?
Well, moving right along. So.
Is it hot in the greenhouse?
A little bit. Yeah.
I can't imagine how warm that gets when it's 96 degrees outside. But you have fans and so forth. You suck a lot of air out of there too, don't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's better on a windy day than a still day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we are on the downside of some things as far as our gardens go, as far as replanting. I know there was a lot of replanting this year. And, of course, the flowers and that sort of thing. Hopefully we've kind of got that settled on the patio now and hanging out on the porch. But I know that there's been some plants that didn't make it and some that's doing quite well. Some of them got hailed on and wind blew really hard. Do you have anything left for people for replacement plants?
No garden vegetables,
okay.
So that sort of thing. We've kind of moved past that, and we have a few annuals and stuff in the greenhouse yet, but kind of working on getting those out of there too.
Mm-hmm.
There is still some flower type things. If you're looking for something to replace something in a pot, there might be something in there. So
okay.
All those are 30% off right now. We've been running that for a couple weeks,
mm-hmm.
so that's kind of moved things out of that. But seems like landscapes are still being worked on, and we still have perennials and the things that go in those type of
right
beds. So
yeah, it's now we just want to keep everything alive and growing that we've planted.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the garden a little bit. I don't know, I haven't talked to anybody too much about how the gardens are going with friends and neighbors. Are there bugs and that sort of thing coming into play now?
Yeah, a little bit. We've seen some of that and maybe some blight and stuff and tomatoes showing up. So that's, I was going to kind of move towards that is, the insect control and we have a couple different products for that. And then, the blight, the copper soap fungicide stuff, those products. Heard of a little bit of like blossom end rot, that sort of thing. We have a calcium spray you can put on, you can spray on for that. Calcium nitrate is a way to prevent blossom end rot, and you can use that when you've plant earlier in the year. If you have problems with that you know of, so something to kind of think about for next year. But yeah, if you have problems, you can stop in and we could visit about them and get you lined out with a solution for those. So fertilizer, that sort of thing. If we have Jack's Classic, whether it be the petunia feed for flowers or blossom booster, we can get you set up with how to use those two products and keep your plants looking healthy throughout the season.
Okay.
Rest of it. So.
All right. Well, it's what you want to do because you don't want to lose what you've got going there. You put some work into it and some investment into it, and so you've got the tools to keep things alive and produce the fruit.
Yeah.
The yards, that's been a mixed bag this year with the winter kill we had and then the dry spell we had, but we have had some nice rains, and of course a lot of people can water and have underground sprinklers and that sort of thing. But even with all that, they don't generally look as good as other years.
Mhm.
Where are we at with yards right now? What should we be putting on?
It's till about mid-June if you're having problems with grubs. And the way you tell with grubs, if you have some brown spots kind of creeping up and throughout your yard, we have grub-free zone. You can put that on, and like I say, I mean, the application period for that is going to probably about mid-July, I think.
Okay,
So,
mid-month.
Past that. Otherwise, if you have the lime green color in your yard, we have Green Maker that can be applied to about the 1st of August. So
okay,
in our program, it's probably should have been applied by now, but it can be applied any time from May to June. So
all right.
So.
Mother Nature is kind of cruel sometimes, because as we get into mid-July and go into August, the grass doesn't look always as good as you'd like, especially with the condition we've had this year. So those tools are really helpful. And then along comes Mother Nature's weeds. And then they pop up right anywhere in the yard. The ones that we have along the alley right now is some sort of a sandbur, a cucklebur, and those things are hard to kill. But in the yard itself, along the street, it seems like you always struggle a little bit on the curb side to keep the weeds from taking over. And is there a spot spraying we can do with that?
Yep, certainly. We have a product called Weed Free Zone, or Weed Out with crabgrass. So that's the big thing coming on right now is crabgrass, and we have a spray for that. It's either in a concentrate or you can hook it directly to a garden hose and spray it. It's ready to. They call it ready to spray.
That's pretty handy.
Covers about 5,000 square feet. So yeah.
That's kind of nice, because I don't know, something about human nature. When we mix our own, we sometimes get a little carried away.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, you don't have to handle it that way.
Right.
It's pretty simple. So.
Get it on your hands and so forth. So
if you don't use it all, you can just shut off and unhook it from the garden hose and leave it for another day. So
all right, that sounds good.
Pretty easy to use.
Maybe we should go together, and
maybe we should, Dave,
as neighbors, and go with about 15,000 square feet. And
there you go.
Get her done.
How about you got the stuff to? If it's popping up through cracks in the sidewalk or something, you want to take care of that grass or whatever, you got stuff to kill that out?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I figured you did.
Called Kills-All.
Okay.
So, does that come in a bottle?
It's also a concentrate.
Okay, so you mix it up.
Mix it up.
Spray it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one thing when sometimes you get ready to pull on your drive and you look like,
yeah,
that doesn't look so good. Looks like nobody lives here.
Yeah.
and it, again, those kinds of plants can grow right through those cracks. They're pretty durable. So
yeah. I just did a lot of spraying last weekend for that sort of thing. Dry, along.
Yeah.
I weeds along my driveway.
Yeah.
In my gravel driveway and stuff.
Yeah.
So kind of bug me.
Yeah. I sometimes when I'm trimming the yard with the weed eater, I'll go ahead and buzz them off, but it uses up a lot of string.
Yeah.
And it's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just for immediate relief, doesn't hurt anything to use the weed eater and whack them off and then spray that area either, because you can get that down into the crack a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
if you're working on, if you have, weeds that are resistant to, like the glyphosates, or common name is Roundup. We have a product called Decimate that is it's a new product been out for a couple of years maybe, but it kills those weeds that are resistant to Roundup. So,
and that's what weeds do, right?
Yeah.
They learn to go around it. So
I love the word decimate when it comes to weeds. What a great name for a product. I love that. Because that's what I want to do to them. I want to decimate them.
There's probably not an organization around, Brent, that is against decimating weeds.
Right.
At least you can do that with no resistance. But it doesn't take a long time to make things look better with the tools you offer. So, and it can look pretty raggedy and not take very long to get it back in shape. So, this time of year it can happen pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right. Anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to bring up today?
A couple things. Okay. We still have some spruce trees that we have on sale. I got too many in this year, and so we're trying to eliminate some inventory there. We got a lot of Norway spruce. Just a good size. They're probably anywhere from 18 to 24 inches tall, and they're the fastest growing spruce tree. If you're looking to create like a windbreak or privacy or something like that, pretty good for that. You can mix them in with, maybe some other like blue spruce or, so when you look at building a windbreak or something, a lot of people will suggest maybe 2 or 3 different types of trees. That way, if one gets taken out, you have another variety. So, but anyway, we have those yet in the tree yard, 20% off on those. So, pretty good price on those. And we do have some Colorado spruce left too. We had some Black Hills spruce on that as well. So, stop in and check that out. We've also had a lot of asks for like Taylor junipers, and we got a shipment of those in a week or so ago, and so those are kind of they get about 15 to 20 feet tall and stay pretty skinny or columnar shaped, so kind of a good little landscaping tree there. So, and they actually originated, or they were founded over in Taylor, Nebraska. So
really,
go over in that community and you see them growing wild over there. So
that's pretty cool.
But and then our hours have changed a little bit. So we got through our spring season, and we're closed on Sundays now. Most Mondays we will be open. In the past we've closed on Mondays, but we're gonna try to be open on. I put a sign on the door yesterday that said most Mondays. 10 to 4.
Right.
So, providing the person shows up to open it, won't be me, but most of the time. But
most of the time the doors will be open.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then of course Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and Saturdays 10 to 2.
Okay.
So.
And always check Facebook. I know you guys are pretty active on that, keeping people informed, your customers and new friends. So,
Yep.
What's your phone number there?
308-872-6095.
6095. If you have questions about projects you're working on, or maybe a problem you have with the bug in the garden, give you a call. Otherwise, stop in during those hours.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Our guest, Ryan Anderson, with the Garden Center this morning. More after these words.
At Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, improving the quality of life of our residents is priority number 1. We offer a unique assisted living lifestyle home for those suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia. When you add that to a safe and nurturing home-like environment, as well as staff that are specially trained in dementia care, providing 24 hours of loving support, you have a family-like atmosphere that makes residents feel right at home. Contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow at 872-6387 for more information or stop in for a tour.
All right, it's 8:31. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. Brent Apperson and Dave Burney. We have some ground to cover here as far as more Crazy Day activities, and we have some more guests coming in. So right now, let's talk a little bit about Juanitos. While you're out and about with your Crazy Day shopping, stop into Juanitos. They have a wonderful selection of frozen treats. What a great way to cool off, such as ice cream, popsicles, banana splits, and they, you can cool off a little bit while you're in there. They have the wonderful Mexican recipes for a lot of those things. If you need a place to have lunch or dinner, stop in for some tasty Mexican food, tortas, tacos, tostitos, burritos, taco salads, and fabulous nachos and more. And they'll also serve other Mexican treats as well. Corn on a stick, fresh waters, and more. Located across from what used to be Great Western Bank, now First Interstate Bank, just west of the square on the south side. And they're ready to go for you. And the ice cream there is wonderful. I recommend the chocolate highly.
All right. There you go. Coming up later in the show, I think Steph from the Broken Bow Chamber is going to be joining us. And so we'll talk more about these things, but certainly Crazy Days tomorrow. Don't forget, Market on the Square is going to run in conjunction with Crazy Days tomorrow. So they're going to have the food trucks, some of those scheduled to be there tomorrow, Smokin' Hot Barbecue, Setting D Ranch, Anna's Pupusas, and Tacos El Gordo will be around the square tomorrow. Also, later in the evening at 5:30, the Platinum Pearls, which is a music group from North Platte, is going to be performing. That's sponsored by Bruning Bank in Broken Bow. So enjoy that at 5:30 tomorrow evening downtown on the square. So don't forget, Market on the Square with all the vendors and specials going on in conjunction with Crazy Days. That'll be happening tomorrow. And Steph from the Chamber, I think, will be in later in the show to tell you more about all that.
All right, it is 8:33, and it looks like Paul Burney is here from Custer Federal State Bank. You can come on in, Paul. We're not hard to get along with here on the Breakfast Show to talk about banking business. And Jeremy Shipe is also coming in here. He has something he's after. Oh, a microphone.
Hi, Paul Burney.
Hi, Paul.
Do I look all right? I was accosted out there.
You were accosted? What was?
Oh my goodness! By who?
Jeez, Christy Wells, man.
Oh, feel for you.
Good night.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, giddy up.
What do you mean accosted? What'd she do?
Just all over me.
Oh.
About how long does it take to get an ad approved? You know, because there's compliance issues in the world of banking.
Oh yes.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
Highly regulated.
Mm-hmm.
To get approval on some things.
Did she understand that explanation?
I don't know that it registered. I don't know. I think it's something she wanted to hear, Dad. But I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
Jeremy says, I think I've seen this interaction with another Bernie before. I said, I bet he doesn't stand for this either. So I'm assuming I'm going to get decked as soon as I walk out of here.
I don't think she'll do that.
You think it was bad when you walked in the building. Just wait till you try to walk out.
We had a long talk with Christy's mother last week, and she explained some of the reasons that she's a little aggressive.
I don't know. Fighting rooster. We're ready to throw down.
More like a banny hen, probably.
Yeah, like that. Just kicking up, you know.
I'm going off on my island. You guys could just take it from here. Oh, yeah. Boy. Wow. Well, I guess we apologize for that, right? Do we apologize for that? Because we don't want our guests to feel like that.
I don't think either one of you did that.
Oh, well, I know, but still, we don't want to.
When I leave, I imagine Christy will have an apology as soon as I walk out of here.
I'm surprised she hasn't come in here now, to be honest with you.
That would not be good. Yeah. As I told her mother several times, I think she should have been spanked more when she was little.
I don't know. Assertive.
Yeah, she is.
Hey, do you guys ever? I'm gonna just get us right off topic here, but do you guys ever show up? Are you belt wearers as a rule?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And I walked out the door this morning, and I noticed I got here and realized I didn't have a belt.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, I feel just kind of
weird.
Exposed.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's more comfortable to sit without a belt on, but it's weird to not have one on.
Yeah.
I can lend you this one.
I'm feeling vulnerable right now. Yeah.
Well, there's after your recent experience, it might not be the belt. So,
what
Yeah.
fun.
Are you
Yeah,
you're scared
I'm
for
fine.
me now, aren't
Well, a
you?
little bit, yes.
Oh, boy.
I know what you mean, though. I mean, I've been there. You know, you always wear a belt, and you forget to put the belt on.
Oh, I
and you
thought-
just,
I thought you were
just
talking
don't
about
fit.
Christy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
well, I've
didn't
been
know.
there, too.
I don't know which topic
Yes.
you were going with for sure, but I think, yes. Empathy on both sides.
Yes, pretty much. So are you going to go back and pick up your belt, or are
Well,
you just going to try to make it through the day?
No,
That'd be my question.
I've already worked it through my mind how I'm going to make this happen. I
okay.
need to go put the cat and dog back inside at noon, so I'll go ahead and.
All right, there you go.
Or
Get
you
my
might
belt in.
might look and see there might be a Crazy Day special. Out there, but you'd have to. That'd be tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, there you go, though. You could get a backup
I can
belt.
get an extra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then just leave it in the office.
That's a great idea.
You know, I have one up in the closet that I haven't wore for a while. It's probably a little worn out, but
I'm surprised it's not one of those boxes that you guys are pawning off on me.
those are your boxes. That's
oh,
your
boy,
stuff.
you're going through that, are you?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're about to go through that with our twins.
Yeah, it's like, here's
Yeah.
your stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, that's stuff I haven't looked at in 40 years. Cool.
Well, it's all boxed up for you. Come get it. It's in the stereo room. You know where that is.
I do.
I did enjoy your time capsule
Time
box.
capsule was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Really, you did
yeah.
a time capsule? Do you remember when you put that together?
Vaguely
Yeah.
after opening it up, I kind of remember doing it, and I don't remember if it was part of a. At this time, I don't remember if it was part of like a school exercise or something that we were all encouraged to do. But
yeah,
she's leaving. Christy's leaving. She has a smirk on her face though, so that's good. Anyhow, oh no.
Uh-oh. Is she coming?
Here
Oh,
she-
boy. Here, I'll give her
What?
the microphone. I'm moving off to the side.
You just like your dad, you forget the details. It's been 3 weeks since I asked you for an ad.
I can't. You know, that's a compliance issue. That's not a Paul Bernie issue.
No. I just kept. You ignored me too. You're not.
I didn't have an answer.
You've ignored me.
What did-
You've told me I'll let you know.
I did. That's and as soon as I
ago.
knew, which was yesterday, and I knew I'd see you today.
I have work to do. I'm leaving.
I'm so glad I came to work today.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Anyhow, time capsule.
Time
Yes,
capsule.
time capsule.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm surprised. I kind of remember that I was gonna bury it in the backyard and we didn't do that. Glad we didn't. I don't think materials would have survived.
Yeah. Can I ask what was in it?
Oh, there were some sunglasses and newspaper and oh goodness.
Was there like old cassette tapes?
Yeah, there was a
Music?
cassette tape
Yeah.
in there. And Brent, just so you know, when you put a time capsule together, it's important because you don't know how much into the future this thing's going to be discovered, right?
Correct. Good
You have
point.
to, when you're 10 years old, you have to label these things so
Oh.
that people, so mankind or whatever
Yeah, that was
Yes.
pretty good.
life presence happens to be here on this world, discovering these things knows what they are.
Yeah.
So you have to leave little descriptions on each
Nice.
item. Yeah.
These are sunglasses.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah, these are sunglasses. Wear them,
Well,
wear them
you
when
know-
you are outside.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you don't know.
That's
I mean,
right.
with the
Right.
way the world changes from day to day, I don't know. We may be past sunglasses someday. I don't know.
Another 50 years, nobody's going to know what
Exactly.
a cassette tape is, right?
Right.
Well, that's true.
I don't think my girls know what a cassette tape is.
Starting to not know what a CD is.
Correct.
Yeah, that was pretty good though. But yeah,
it was
come
fun.
come pick up your stuff, would you?
Yeah, I will. I'll get that out of your hair.
You know our place; it's really not that big a deal.
Oh, yes.
Just put it in the vault in the bank.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
take
Brad.
all your stuff and just.
Brad,
hey,
you got room in the vault down there?
Mr. Shin, I've got some stuff to store away in the vault.
I've got a feeling that won't happen.
Don't think so?
No.
Just an idea.
It's worth it's worth asking.
Be
I
safe.
suppose.
Would
Yes.
be safe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. You guys just go ahead. I'm enjoying this conversation.
Okay.
Well, was there business you wanted to talk about?
Not
or?
really.
No?
Banking's
Okay.
kind of, it's kind of in that summer doldrums kind of phase
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. Getting ready to go out and do farm inspections and
Mm-hmm.
see progress for the summer and just get out and build some more relationships with people and As far as what we're doing on the ag and commercial side, always we're really interested in SBA lending, both here in Broken Bow and surrounding communities and Kearney and down in that vicinity. So a lot of effort being made in that respect right now as far as helping. Right now, probably the biggest focus for our SBA and commercial team is, transitioning businesses from one owner / generation to the other, because that can be a daunting process, and we have the resources and expertise to help people transition through those periods. And maybe it's a business that's been long established and owners looking to retire in the next 5 years or 2 years or whatever that time frame is, and by starting to plan now, you can kind of help shape what that looks like and have some control in the process, perhaps. So
you talk about expertise, and I know that you're kind of blessed with that, with what you have at the Kearney branch, and then right here in Broken Bow, you've got a good crew that knows what they're doing.
We really do. There's, between Blake and Mark, there's, 50 plus years of, aggregate experience there, probably more than that, to be honest. And then, they're helping foster and guide Scott Peterson here in Broken Bow, and he's really taken leaps and bounds there as far as his understanding of those SBA programs, which are intricate. And so he's growing all the time and is able to help people in those lending platforms. So we do have a really good team.
I got my statement from Custer Federal State Bank the other day. I got a refund for being on the CASASA program.
Oh, yeah.
I was happy.
You get some money back.
I did, yeah. I think it was what I really like about, and we're talking about CASASA, your kind of checking account program that you have available now. And in the past, when we have been out and about and you need to use an ATM or something, you get charged for it if it's not, say, a Custer Federal State Bank ATM. Well, through CASASA, they refund that charge back to you.
They do, and it doesn't matter.
We like that.
I mean, it can be at any ATM machine, and that as long as you hit all the pre-qualifications, you have to be signed up for online banking, log in once a month, hit 12 debit card transactions every month, and I think that's the gist of it there as far as what you have to hit for pre-qualifications. And then, you get favorable interest on your deposit and ATM fees reimbursed. So it's a good program.
It is a good program. Yep, really like it.
It's a free checking platform other than just meeting those pre-qualifications.
Which are extremely easy to meet, by the way.
It's something that most people are doing every day anyway. So
I think the last time I visited with you anyway, when you were in here, you were looking for someone to join your team. You kind of got your team together now. Are you still in need of some help here and there?
Right now, we've kind of filled those roles, and we're excited about that. Not necessarily ready to share everything publicly as far as what we're doing. Some people are going through some transitions in order to join our team, but we do have a new accounts person hired that will join us here in the coming weeks, and we're really excited about that. They're going to be a great addition to our team, and we're pleased to be able to fill those roles.
Good.
The job market here, of course, is tight, and people are in demand, and so we're very fortunate to be able to have the ability to bring in quality people.
Good. I told her that I would do this. I just want to give a shout out to Jody there at the teller. She always gives me pineapple Dum Dum suckers.
If that's what you like, then that's great.
That's my favorite kind, and she digs through the bucket to find pineapple.
Well, that's awesome.
So I just wanted to give her a shout out.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay. Yes.
Hold it. I thought Jody and I were buds. I've been giving her sticks of gum when I drop off a deposit. I don't get any candy back.
Oh, well,
that's called paying it forward.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now, what would really be funny is if Jody started giving me sticks of gum.
Yeah.
That's just called recycling.
And if you knew where it come from, you wouldn't chew it.
Correct. Anything else, Paul, that you wanted to visit about on the banking side of things?
No, not necessarily. As the rates the right environment's changing. The deposit rates are changing, of
Yeah.
course. So there are starting to see some, maybe outwards of 2 years kind of time deposits that are starting to get a little bit more valuable as far as the investment's concerned. So, if you have questions on that, call Becky White here in Broken Bow at 872-6486 would be our number.
Okay.
She can help walk you through what looks advantageous and what routes might be good to go.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Excuse me. Yeah. Just come pick that stuff up whenever you feel like it.
I will.
It's not a problem.
Make efforts to get there immediately.
So I don't know what Mom says about that, but
I don't know what she says. As in, whenever it's convenient, she'll say. No rush.
Oh man, you're getting in trouble. You're in trouble with Christy and your mother. Here's Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen, Ghosts on 95.3 and KCNI Radio. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. Brent Apperson was so eloquent and did such a great job with my son Paul and Custer Federal. I'd like you to just tear into the next interview this morning. I think you're on a roll.
Well, thank you, Dave. I'd love to.
And I would just like to sit back and listen to what's going on at Custer Care Center.
All right. Tiffany at Custer Care is here.
Yes.
How are you?
I am great. How are you guys?
Good. Did you survive the 4th?
We did, yes.
Okay.
It was a warm one.
It was a little hot on the
Yes.
4th, wasn't it? I'm sure the residents have kind of been getting out, though, even though it's been hot. I'm sure they like to get out and enjoy the outside during this time of year.
They do. And they really enjoyed sitting out on the deck and out on the patio and watching all the fireworks. And they had a lot of company through the weekend, and it was a great time.
Yeah. I bet that, I know that we've come through a lot when you think about 2-3 years ago, but to be at a point where you can see the family and the visitors coming back in to see your residents, I'm sure that makes everybody, brings a smile to everybody's face.
It does. It really helps their attitude. It really brightens their day to have visitors come back in.
Yeah. You don't, I know we never really thought of that. And then when it got taken away, then you realize just how important that is. Don't you?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, we went through a lot when they couldn't have visitors, and they didn't understand. Nobody understood.
Sure.
But
yeah,
they were not happy when we had to limit that.
Yeah. Well, it's great that things are kind of back to normal in that regard. I'm sure a little bit for you guys.
Yes.
So where do we stand as far as openings at the center? Do you have an available
We are
room?
currently full
You're
right
full now.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can always call and get on the waiting list. You can come in and tour the facility at any time, and then we can put you on the waiting list if you're interested. We do also do the adult day service during the day, evenings, and then we also do the home cares.
Mm-hmm. As far as the in-home care goes, I know that the last couple of times you guys have been in, you've mentioned how you're looking for some help. I think you mentioned maybe the Arnold area where you're looking for some help. You still looking for people to help you with that?
Yes, the Arnold Callaway area, Burwell. Yeah, pretty much anywhere.
Yeah. And when we talk about your in-home care, I think it's always important to keep reminding people this is not medical care.
Nope.
You don't have to be an RN or an LPN or a med aid even to do this kind of care, correct?
No, we just go in, we do light housekeeping, meal prep. We remind them to take their medication. Yeah, if you need to go run an errand or something, our caregiver that comes into your home, they can do it, or we can send somebody from the transportation department to take you uptown.
Yeah. Okay. And sometimes it just be a friend.
That's right.
I
Yes.
bet. Yeah. As you mentioned transportation, I assume that continues to be motoring right along.
Yes, it is. That is quite busy.
Yeah. And I'm sure the summertime is probably busier than other times of the year, isn't it?
It is, because you don't have to worry about the bad roads or being too cold. Now you just have to worry about the heat.
Yeah. You don't want the air conditioner to go out in the car, do you?
Exactly. Yes. And we're on the go all the time with transportation. So
Are you okay with help for transportation?
we are currently right now.
Good.
Yeah. There's times that it wouldn't hurt to have another driver, but it's not something that we could keep them busy all the time.
Yeah.
Just jumping in here because we did a live read yesterday. We may have one yet today. I'm not sure, concerning the tractor tour.
Yes, that is coming up July 22nd. And we're going to start in the Oconto area this year. So registration is from 7 to 8 and also breakfast, and then we'll take off at 8.
Then you have lunch. Well, you have a break, lunch, and then back in Oconto in the afternoon.
We have breakfast, and then at 10 we have a break, and lunch is at noon, and then we have a break in the afternoon, and then we arrive back in Oconto in the afternoon.
And you prefer the older tractors, I think, but
Preferably, but it can be anything.
yeah, just enjoy that 10-mile-an-hour ride. or-
That's right. We can ride about 55 miles. It's a lot of fun.
And this is a fundraiser of sorts. Does this money just go into the general fund, or is you have it specified?
It helps with the transportation cost.
Okay. And how do they register?
They can call Custer Care or Jeanette or Dennis Kramer and just call and tell us that you want to register for it, and you can send in your money or you can drop it by the facility and we'll get you signed up, get you on the list for riding.
Does sound nice, doesn't it, Brent?
It does sound fun, yeah.
I've never rode a tractor through it, but I drive my vehicle and go around, get the food ready for the next stop and stuff, and it's always fun to ride behind the tractors and look at the scenery, and it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Maybe one year I'll get to ride a tractor.
I bet you will.
Yes. I hope.
Anything else, Tiffany, that you wanted to mention?
I don't think so. We're
Okay.
looking for volunteers, like if you like to sing or play the piano, or even if you just want to come in and play a game or something. Just call the facility and let us know when it would work for you to come in, and we'll get you on the calendar, and they would love that.
Music, I'm sure they love it when someone can come in and provide music.
Yes, they do.
I bet.
They do. We used to have one lady that came in and played the piano and would sing, and she doesn't do that anymore, and they really miss that. So we're always looking for volunteers to come in.
Okay, good. Do you have a piano there? at
We
Custer
do,
Care?
yes.
You do? Okay.
That works nice.
Are you guys piano players?
No.
Don't even do chopsticks. That's how bad we are.
Exactly.
Me too.
And you sure don't want us to sing, so
yeah, they don't like it when I sing either.
we're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just wanted to compliment you on your necklace and your jewelry
Thank
and
you.
your outfit today. You look great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
The turquoise, I love that.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It was something new, so I decided to wear it
Well,
today.
glad you did. You're on the breakfast show.
Yes.
If anyone has questions, Custer Care Center, how do they get a hold of you?
You can call the center. It's 872-6303.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tiffany. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. For the first time, Pope Francis says he'll name women to a committee that helps choose bishops. CBS News correspondent Sabina Castelfranco reports from Rome.
We anticipate dozens of more charges centering around.
Pope Francis said he will appoint 2 women in the committee that elects bishops in the Congregation of Bishops. The Pope spoke of opening up this opportunity to women in an exclusive interview with Reuters.
The suspect in the July 4th parade shooting in Highland Park, Illinois, now faces charges.
Robert Crimo expected in court for the first time to face those 7 first-degree murder charges. But this morning there are a lot of questions about why he was able to legally buy those guns at all.
Chris Van Cleve reporting British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he'll hang on to leadership despite calls for him to step down.
Boris has got to go. Dead man walking.
How's he survived this long? CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Last night in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers beat the Rockies with a couple of homers.
Oh, what a shot by Mookie Betts. 10-12 rows back into the pavilion and left. His 18th home run of the year, and the Dodgers take a 3-1 lead.
570 AM Radio Network on the call. This was Mookie's first homer since returning from the injured list. Max Muncy also homered, got on base 4 times, and scored twice. The Dodgers extend their National League West lead to 5.5 games, but outfielder Chris Taylor is headed to the injured list today after a CT scan revealed a fracture in his left foot. He got hurt last weekend and left Monday's game when it swelled. Chris Bryant hit his first homer as a Rocky in the loss. The Houston Astros have won 8 in a row after beating the Royals 9-7, while the Pittsburgh Pirates beat the best team in baseball, the Yankees, 5-2. The Orioles, they walked it off against the Texas Rangers.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for partial sunshine at times. Do pick up a chance for some scattered showers and storms developing with high temperatures in the mid-80s. Then showers and storms likely for tonight, a low of 66. Thursday, can't rule out a chance for a storm there, up to 82, but sunny and dry weather conditions then expected for your Friday with highs reaching into the upper 80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Hi, everybody. This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ. We used to hear it all the time. If you want to live forever, make Jesus Lord of your life. But I've got news for you. We're all going to live forever. The only question is, where? If you have questions, we have answers. Give us a call, 872-2618, Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
71 degrees here at Broken Bow. Dave and Brent with you here on this Wednesday. We're trying to get our heads straight around the days here now, but it is Wednesday. Tomorrow's a crazy day, and we'll have more about that a little bit later on. Right now, we have a conversation lined up with Chad Dolan here on The Breakfast Show on this Wednesday morning.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Hope you folks are having a wonderful Wednesday. Jeremy with you here on The Breakfast Show, and we are joined by our friend Chad Dolan, who is going to be talking to us a little bit about a classic car auction and a little bit more that's coming up next week. But first, let's say hello to him. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You know, anytime I get to get on the radio and talk about classic cars, I'm here for it. And I know that this sale that's coming up next week during Cruise Night is going to be a big one. So just kind of give our listeners an overarching kind of preview of what this is all about.
This is going to be one of the most exciting sales, I think, that it's an annual sale for Cruise Night in Kearney, Nebraska. It's on July 15th, so it'd be next Friday night at 7 o'clock. And, I mean, they're just such a variety of stuff, Jeremy. I mean, there's some square body stuff, some short box four-wheel drives. I think there's 3 or 4 Broncos on there, 57 Thunderbirds, 57 Chevys, 55 Chevys, 69 Camaros. And there's even some stuff you would make great school cars for kids, like 2000 Monte Carlo SS's, things like that. So, I mean, it's going to be a really good time for people to come out and enjoy the evening, whether to bid or just be entertained. And there'll be Cunningham's will be serving alcohol and serving some food and things. So just going to be a great addition to Cruise Night in Kearney.
Well, and kind of what I've been talking about when I've been talking about it a little bit on the air this past week is, you can go and be ready to bid on some items that you've previewed online or something like that, or you can go and just kind of check it out. Auto online auctions and in-person auctions like that are huge on television. This is kind of an opportunity to see something like that right in your own backyard and just be entertained by what these cool classic cars bring, right?
I mean, the group of consigners that we have this year is fantastic. It'll be a little more than what you've seen in the past. It'll be a little more like a Mecum or Barrett Jackson type of atmosphere that we're looking into this year. And I mean, it's going to be really exciting. The people can go online right now, and we have online bidding going on right now at www.reynoldsauction.com/auctions. You can go on there and bid. And then on Thursday, the 14th, all day, there'll be a preview for the sale. So as the cars come in, people can come in and look at the stuff that they're thinking about bidding on. And the nice part about what Cruise Night does is the night of the sale, or the day of the sale on the 15th, which is Friday, there's a car show outside in the parking lot right before the sale. So there's a reason to be there, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, the nice part about the auction in Kearney in the expo building is it's all air conditioned. Mm-hmm. It's a great entertainment venue for just $2 admission to come enjoy yourself and have a good time and be in the air conditioned. And to me, that's the most important part, stay cool.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the heat that we're going to be expecting next week. They're saying it's going to get pretty warm, but you can be nice and comfortable and have some fun and check it out. Now, there's going to be more than cars there. I know that the cars are the main draw, but there's a few other little things that people can take part in too, right?
Yeah, there are. We've got gas pumps for sale on there that'll be running. We've got gas pumps. We've got some motorcycles, some Harley-Davidson motorcycles on there. We've even got a vintage, looks like a Roadster go-kart on there. There's a car trailer on there and some things like that too. But there's a few odds and ends, and I mean, what we try to do is create a venue, with different things and price points that everybody there can bid on something if they want to.
Yeah, you mentioned the price points, and now I'm looking at this right now at the online bidding, and that just kind of gives an idea of where things are right now. But you've got everything here from Polaris RZRs all the way to Suburbans and, down to sports cars and roadsters, convertibles, pickup trucks, everything in between. So really, no matter what somebody thinks their need for their collection is, or like you said earlier, just an everyday work car or a driver car, there's a few of those in there too. It's not all about classic cars, although a majority of the lot is that.
Right, and like the side-by-sides that you're talking about, side-by-sides are pretty hard to come by right now. We've got one of the side-by-sides on there that's an Arctic Cat. It's got 400 miles on it. It's like brand new. The guy could save a ton of money over buying a new one there. There's also a RZR on there, that's all fully equipped with GPS and everything on there that's super low miles too. And there's a diesel Kawasaki Mule on there. So, I mean, there's different things like that. The Broncos are pretty hot items right now. I mean, we've got some of the two-door Broncos, and, I mean, we've got Jeeps on, a Jeep on there and different things like that. So there's just such a variety of things that, that a person could get a hold of that, if you're looking for something like that, it's kind of hard to find. And, so, I mean, the goal is for everybody to come out and enjoy yourself and the air condition and have a cool refreshment, maybe a bite to eat, and hopefully buy something and take it home or replace your hot rod and just go home and be able to have a good time.
There you go. That's awesome. Now, I've got to ask you a personal question, because when it comes to things like this, you're instrumental in putting this together, and you kind of get to know the details about all these different cars. What's your favorite vehicle that's going to be on the sale, or are you able to say? I mean, we all have personal favorites.
That'd be tough. I mean, a lot of that's preference. I mean, I can tell you that there's a few on there. There's a 1956 F100 that's on there that is absolutely pristine from top to bottom. I mean, it looks like it just came off the showroom floor. All chromed out and everything. There's a 49 Mercury on there that's got a Corvette engine in it that's so nice. There's just a lot of different things that, you can't forget the Dale Earnhardt replica car. There's a Dale Earnhardt replica Lumina that looks just like Dale Earnhardt's Cup car that's going to be on there on the auction too, that's going to be run through, that's street legal. You drive her down the interstate with the air conditioner on, 75 mile an hour. That's a fun car that gets a lot of looks. Not necessarily a ton of money.
Wow, that's very cool. Well, I got to say, the car that really catches my eye, there's this beautiful blue 1969 Dodge Charger. That is gorgeous.
That car's unbelievable. It was a 2-year build. It's got a 6.4 Hemi engine in it. I mean, totally rotisserie done. Won the car show in Grand Island. That car is definitely a gem. It's a diamond, and it's a diamond for sure. It's a beautiful car.
All right, and we're talking about next Friday, the 15th. Go through the details one more time, Chad, if you would, for folks that are maybe just flipping on their radios this morning.
Yeah, so there'll be a preview for the sale on the 14th, pretty much all day in the Expo building, and then on July 15th, the auction will start at 7 o'clock. Things will move along really quickly. Starts at 7 o'clock on the 15th in the air-conditioned Expo building at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds there in Kearney. It's an annual sale, so we've been doing this for a while, so you'll want to get down there. It's only a $2 admission, like I said. There'll be Cunningham's will be there serving refreshments, alcohol, and food, and just be a really great time for everybody to come out. There's a car show outside earlier in the day right outside the doors, so be a great day to bring you and your family and come out and enjoy the evening.
All right, awesome. Sounds great, Chad, and I know that you're going to have a lot of fun putting on that event, and I think we're going to talk to you one more time as we get closer to the event, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's right, Jeremy, and I just want to let you know that we appreciate KBBN and all the support that you give all these events across the country, the races in Lexington that supported me when I promoted that, and I just appreciate all the support that KBBN gives the general area.
Well, it's our pleasure, and we hope you have a great time next Friday. We'll talk to you next time, Chad. Thanks.
Okay, have a good day, everybody.
Whether you compete on the court, at the track, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal. It's a mindset, shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb brand corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
At Asgrow, farmers love to talk about the soybean bushels we helped them yield. But all we can talk about is the one bushel we didn't. You know, that one buried deep in the genetics we haven't extracted yet. We're going to find that bushel. Some might call our passion for one more bushel, quote, slightly embarrassing, or quote, totally cringy, Dad. They don't understand every bushel matters. We do. That's why Asgrow leads the way. Always read and follow green marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
9:14, in just a little bit, we're going to get Stephanie in from the Chamber of Commerce to visit about Crazy Days and all the things coming up. And also, we'll be going then to Litchfield to talk about or hear about their big celebration, the Old Settlers Picnic, is this weekend. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. Right now, we want to tell you about a few more crazy specials that are going on at some of our crazy businesses, including Reflections Salon and Spa. Rochelle is excited to give away a gift bundle on this crazy day or days. Stop in Thursday through Saturday and sign up. Also, if you make an appointment during Crazy Days for a spa,
yes.
Is it petty?
Oh, yeah, probably. Pedicure.
Oh, they just say petty.
I think so. I think that's the short term for it.
Kind of wish
I
they
don't
would
know.
have went ahead and spelled that on out. I guess that's probably what they call it, a spa petty.
There you go.
Now Rochelle is going, I'm not a saloon, and you should have known what petty is. All right, you receive, let me start over. If you make an appointment during Crazy Days for a spa petty, you'll receive $10 off. Book it for any time in July. It's a great time of the year to do it. She has 2 chairs now, so grab a friend and make a fun day out of it. She also does shellac and acrylic nails in fun colors and designs. Swing by Thursday or Friday from 9 until 5 or Saturday until noon at Reflections Salon and Spa in Broken Bow. And be sure and ask about the spa petty.
There you go. Hey, as you go through Crazy Days these next few days, you might feel like you just are in the mood to party. Well, if you are, Friday night is the place to party because you can go to Sylvester's. Iron Zephyr is going to be performing, playing their mix of 90s pop and rock covers. There's no cover charge on Friday night for the band at Sly's, so go party like it's the 90s at Sylvester's, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Again, the band Iron Zephyr will be performing, playing their mix of 90s pop and rock covers. That'll be Friday night at Sylvester's.
Sandhills Custom Creations open early Thursday at 7 until 5:30. You can draw for a discount between 10 and 50% off. The fun continues Friday 9 to 3 and Saturday 9 to noon. And you, of course, will want to stop in and talk to Chaz about their new awesome UV printer, which can do small stickers all the way up to giant banners. They can personalize almost anything, shirts, signs, engraving, or if you need an award or a plaque, Chaz and the crew's ready to go for you at Sandhills Customs Creations. And again, open Thursday at 7 a.m. tomorrow, open till 5:30. They'll have discounts between 10 and half off. And the fun continues 9 to 3 on Saturday, 9 to noon.
Over the past 8 years, Broken Bow has been blessed to have Triple Blessed Boutique as a part of the downtown square, but the time has come for new adventures. So this is kind of their final hurrah, and they're going to be open for Crazy Days. They'll be open Thursday bright and early tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., open Friday 10 to 5, and Saturday from 10 to 4. Store will be closing soon, so we encourage you to really come out and support them over Crazy Days beginning tomorrow. They would love to see you stop in this Crazy Days for awesome savings. Merchandise is priced to move, folks, and these deals are truly crazy. All items all items are 50 to 70% off, and they're going to have some racks of graphic tees for $5. So it's going to be worth your time. Check them out at Triple Blessed Boutique, open Thursday 7 to 6, Friday 10 to 5, Saturday 10 to 4 for Crazy Days. And we got one more for Crazy Days to pass along to you. The Exchange 2 in Broken Bow is thrift at its best. Enjoy crazy deals with 20% off inside on Thursday only. So get there tomorrow. Excellent quality and great prices on new and used clothing, shoes, and more. Up-to-date styles, name brands. They got Husker wear. You'd be surprised at the wonderful items you will find. Find items for the whole family. They'll be open tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're located just off the square on 309 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. So stop in. There's always something new to see at the Exchange 2.
All right, and real quick, if you would, Brent, tell us what movies we can go see through the crazy days of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and beyond, if you wouldn't mind, real quick.
Yeah, here's what's showing at the Fox Theater. Don't forget their $2 summer movie series continues today, sponsored by Markham Construction. For $2, you can go in and see Planet 51. That'll be today at the Fox Theater. Also showing now, the Minions are back. It's The Rise of Gru, showing at the Fox Theater. Top Gun Maverick, wow, if you haven't seen it or you've seen it once or twice, go see it again. It's still showing at the Fox Theater. Also, Elvis, the biopic of Elvis Presley, showing today and tomorrow, and then it will end its run at the Fox Theater. Then as we look ahead to the weekend, one of the big movies of the summer, Thor is back. Love and Thunder. The newest Marvel film will come to the Fox Theater beginning on Friday, so check that out. The Minions, The Rise of Gru will continue, as will Top Gun Maverick, as we go into the weekend and into next week at the Fox Theater. And we have just a few more live reads to let you know about things happening here in and around our area. Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow. They remind you they're open Monday 7 to noon, Tuesday through Friday 7 to 2, and on Saturdays from 8 to 1. Check Facebook to stay up to date on their hours and the special things that they have going on. Here's a quick rundown of their special drinks for the month of July. The Oatmeal Scotchy, the Milky Way, the Thin Mint, the Firefly, and the Red, White, and True, the lunch specials this month at Prairie Grounds. Also, when you're thinking about downtown Broken Bow, don't forget about the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow. Offering some additional discounts for the month, discounts for new patients, receive chamber bucks with every purchase of new hearing aids. Also, Roxanne will do a custom fitting for in-ear hearing aids that are rechargeable included in the special. So to find out more about all of that, here's the number to call, 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852.
Go, Brent, go.
And one more thing to remind you about. It's important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions. We all know about that. But if you're in business, it's important to insure your business. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business. From HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Call 872-6438, or you can visit them at 940 South E Street.
Thank you very much, Brent. Lots of things to talk about, as we told you. One of the things we heard, this just in, hot news flash, there is a memorial being placed in front of the Chamber of Commerce today, some sort of memorial. And fortunately, as luck would have it, we have Stephanie here from the Chamber of Commerce to tell us what the memorial is about and what Crazy Days will entail. That's all coming up right after these words.
What is HiBid? HiBid gives you access to thousands of auctions across the U.S. and around the world. Art and antiques, coins and collectibles, computers and electronics, toys and tools. You can find it all at HiBid.com. Even exotic cars, fine jewelry, and real estate. Browse the most popular auctions, search for the exact item you want, or just explore the site. It's easy to use and it's easy to bid. Go to highbid.com and find what you're looking for today.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Ricky LeBlanc, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Admitted in Massachusetts only. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Members, Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Nick Neiswander, Florence, Kentucky. Rich Grabo, 970 Farmington Avenue, West Hartford, Connecticut. 860-904-7789. Michael Bo Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. Filing number LA-22-13614. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other attorneys. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson. Attention U.S. Marines. Veterans were exposed to toxic chemicals in the drinking water on Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Exposure to these chemicals increased the risk for cancer, birth defects, and other serious health problems. If you or a loved one were exposed to contaminated water on Camp Lejeune, you may be entitled to compensation. A new law gives legal rights to those harmed. It is not too late to take action. Call Sokolov Law now for a free legal consultation at 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100.
9:24, and Steph is here from the Chamber of Commerce, and we did receive this news flash just a little bit ago. I'm not sure if it was from like CBS or CNN or Fox, but
it's national news.
It's a national news story.
Wow.
A memorial has been placed in front of the Chamber of Commerce today. Stephanie, how are you doing?
Well, I was doing better until that announcement came out. So
what does that recognize? Does it say what it recognizes?
Well, it says, come celebrate Stephanie's, I don't know if I should say this because she's going to explain what birthday this is for her, so I'm not going to say which one.
It's not a birthday.
Oh, it's not?
It's not a birthday. It's a celebration.
Okay, see, I knew you
okay.
had some different looks about this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, July 6th, is the celebration at the Chamber of Commerce conference room from 3 until 5 p.m.
That's today,
what?
Right?
There's what?
Oh, it says tomorrow. You don't know about this?
No, I didn't know about that either.
Oh.
Well, now you do.
Well,
today's
I think
the 6th.
we were to read it, weren't we? I'm pretty sure we were. Yeah, it's right there.
So it's actually, it's a celebration. I've stopped. I think birthdays are for younger people. So we're going to celebrate the completion of my 49th year.
The completion of.
The completion of
All right.
my 49th year.
And so evidently this poster was released yesterday. So today is July 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So this is...
Can I know who released the poster?
It doesn't
I don't think we
say.
should say that.
So there's a memorial in front of the chamber, and then there's going to be a party later on today from 3 until 5 p.m. Cake and punch will be provided.
Wow, that's
so happy celebration.
That's so sweet. That's so nice. I don't think that's what we're here for, though, today, is it?
Well, I didn't think so either until this news flash came in, and this was printed up yesterday. So
that's awfully sweet.
All right, moving along.
Yes.
That's so nice.
I was going to say happy birthday, but now I just got happy celebration.
You can sing to me.
Really? Oh, wow.
I love listening to you sing.
We'll conclude with that.
Okay,
that sound good?
So really, I'm here, though,
Yes.
to tell you guys about Crazy Days.
Okay.
Is it going to be crazy?
It's going to be crazy, and everybody has to pray for no rain until after it's over. Or it could rain like early in the morning, and then just be beautiful the rest of the day.
There you go.
So we have got so many things going on in the square and then around town Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'm just super excited about it. So it starts all tomorrow. We've got market that starts at 10 a.m., and we've got a few new vendors that will be there. Potter's Pebbles will be back, so if you're a rock hound like me, that's kind of fun to go through all of his rocks. And then Terry Hunt is going to stop in, and she is going to be there to sell her husband's book, which has been published. My parents and my husband have all read my copy. I have not gotten to it yet, so I'm kind of excited that she's going to be there. And then we have a new vendor with honey that'll be in town as well. My wrist is blowing up. I think people have heard you on the radio, and now I keep getting
Happy celebration
I keep getting
text
messages. Yes. So that's how it's going to start. We also have Super Kids Club down at the square. They've been selling things during market, which is fabulous. And they are going to not only be selling, but then they're going to do skits at noon. And they did that last year as well. So they'll do those up by the bandstand. I think they'll actually start at 12:15. That way parents will have time to get off of work for lunch and be out there, and they'll put those up Facebook Live as well so that you can see those kids skits. And then 4 County Kids and Super Kids Club have been working together. From 1 to 5 they'll have a Crazy Kids Fair on the west side of the square, and Rotary is going to be there all day long with their Rotary on the Go and their sidewalk chalk and their beanbag throw. And I know I'm missing. And then we have Mohana and with Red Shoes that's coming later. So at 5 o'clock, we have music on the square. So you got to come down and listen to the music. I want to see a huge group of people this time because he is so much fun to listen to. So we've got that going, and you guys threw me off track with my birthday.
Well, I think one thing to really emphasize is Market on the Square is taking place like normal tomorrow.
Absolutely.
In conjunction with Crazy Days.
And even the vendors are getting into Crazy Days, and they've got some specials going too. So I know some of my vendors are like Tropical Snow is doing double punch that day, and Setting D Ranch is going to have a freezer bag that you can get if you purchase a certain amount. So there's a lot of different specials that are running, along with all of the sidewalk sales and all of the great sales that are throughout the town. It's not just on the square. We've got people off the square like Ace and Lines and Bow Family Furniture and the Garden Center and the Quilt Shack, and all of these people all of these great retailers that we have that are participating in it. We even have a retailer from Sargent that is participating. She's doing her own Crazy Days in conjunction with us for Ollie's. So really excited about all of those. And then tomorrow, Friday, DC Lynch Carnival gets in town. So we get to do that for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, along with the Alumni Weekend and a donut dash on Saturday.
Gosh, not a lot going on.
Who doesn't want to run for donuts?
Yeah. And who should probably run after they have a donut?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I figure I can run to my
off.
car, and I can drive the 5K and then run back from my car to get a donut.
Oh,
Does
wow.
Does
You've
that work?
got it planned out.
I have got this planned out.
I like
you
your
always
plan.
have a plan, Steph.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping my husband gets me one of those little Vespa mopeds so that I can have that and drive that around for it.
Like
I can just cheer people on as they go.
For your celebration? For your celebration?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Don't you think it would a cute little Vespa, maybe pink, that I could drive around with?
That would be nice.
Is the carnivals at the fairgrounds?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
carnival's at the fairgrounds. So
Can you get tickets in advance, or you just get them out there?
Nope, you get them out there.
Yeah, out there.
No tickets in advance for that one.
Okay.
I think the other thing that I did want to mention is that the parade, the fair parade, is going to come. It's just right around the corner. It doesn't seem like it. This is the first part of July, and it's the last day of July, but it is right around the corner, and we're doing a carnival parade. So, make sure you get your entries in. They want to make sure they get those entries in as quickly as possible. They'd like to not have too many same-day entries because they've got to organize around the Senior Legion tournament. That's going to be playing down there. So we really need to have those entries ahead of time so that Julie and her crew can get everybody put in place and have room for everybody. So,
all right. Well, happy celebration to you.
Thank you.
And again, there's a party going on at the Chamber today in the party room from 3 until 5.
Yes, I guess.
For Stephanie's celebration.
Yes.
There's a party going on.
She's going to celebrate her completion of her 49th year.
Yes.
Yeah, don't you think that's great?
That's a good idea. Really is.
I like it. My brother says, so what's it going to be tomorrow? And I said, it's going to be one day past the completion of my 49th year.
Understand completely.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you. Come back when you get time, and we'll spend a little more time talking about that fair parade and some things.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we'd like to talk about that and get us a really good parade around that carnival theme. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And there's prizes.
There's always prizes.
Just like every carnival and every parade.
All right. Thank you, Steph.
You're welcome.
It is 9:33, and I believe, let me double check here, we've got a signal, so I think the guys are hooked up in Litchfield.
Okay.
They're going to be talking about the Old Settlers Picnic with a guest, and we'll find out who those guests are and more about the picnic right now. Let's see if we can catch up with Jeremy and Christy in Litchfield. Jeremy?
All right, yes, Dave, I'm here. I was listening, and I think we're ready to hop right into things. I've got Andrew, Heather, and Matt here with me, and we're going to be talking about the Old Settlers Picnic for the year 2022 in Litchfield. And we've got some great sponsors that are allowing us to be here this morning. They include Custer Public Power District, sponsoring all the area festivals in the areas that they service. Full Circle Irrigation with locations in Litchfield and Broken Bow, your local Valley dealer. Town & Country Bank, happy to help sponsor the community's events, there for all of your banking needs. Pates Farm Service, your locally owned and operated parts and service provider for all the ag diesel equipment. Give Scott a call. Beanie's Sports Bar and Cafe, where we are this morning. They've got some great things going on this weekend. Would love for you to stop by. Zorb Farms, a fun place to host a reception or family get-together. The Big Red Barn just west of Litchfield on Highway 2. Litchfield Pack, Bruce and the crew offer custom processing and butchering that's second to none. The Litchfield Community Club, made up of the people who continue to keep these community events happening in Litchfield. And Trotter's Garden Shop and Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, inviting you to the Old Settlers Picnic in Litchfield this weekend, proud to support their local communities. Well, where do we want to start, everybody? Who do we want to talk to first? Okay.
Our main goal is to have as many events for free for kids of all ages. We've had in the past a lot of events for the younger kids. This year we're adding a free laser tag from 1 to 4 on Saturday. We also have kids games Saturday at 1 o'clock. Looks like it's going to be warm enough for the inflatable water slides again this year. So lots of events for the younger kids, including a tractor pedal pull. So Saturday, it's really kid-focused, family-focused. We begin the day. I'm running the parade. So I've recruited my dad to bring a couple things. But last year we had a really great parade. The Fletchers brought a lot of tractors and different people. We had a lot of groups involved last year with our FFA and stuff. So if you want to be a part of the parade, we're going to line up by the school at 9:30, and then the parade starts at 10:30. If you need any registration material, you can check our Facebook page or email me, matt.drew@litchfieldps.org, and I can get what you need to fill out so we have something to announce down here at the Main Street. Kind of main spot is we come down Main Street, and we hit the flag, and we go east around the park. So I'll be set up around the flag trying to do my best impersonation of KBBN and announcing the parade.
There you go. Very cool. And if people, obviously grabbing those pre-registration things really helps out with the organization of the parade, right?
Yeah, it makes it a lot less chaotic up at the school. Last year we had a little bit of a bottleneck, but it was good because we had so many people there. But yeah, if you have that filled out, then you don't have to fill it out in the wind or the weather, and it's just hand it to me and we'll get you lined up.
Okay.
Or my wife, I guess she'll be in charge of that this year.
Okay, good deal. And that's how Saturday starts. But looking at the schedule here, lots of great things Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well, too. So we'll talk to Andrew about a couple of those things.
Yeah. So we're going to kick the whole shebang off this Friday with our dessert contest we do every year. That we have two different categories between 16 and under is one group, and then 17 and up. It's just make your favorite dessert and bring it in, and then the firemen are actually our judges.
Cool.
So they do that, and then we turn around and whatever is entered into the contest, we serve that with the fireman's barbecue right after that. So it's kind of a cool deal that we do have some cash prizes for I think first and second place in each one of the divisions, and then we turn around and serve it to the public, and it just goes over really well.
Awesome.
So yeah, Anybody that wants to make a dessert can be dropped off at the Winters Building on Main Street by 4 o'clock, and the firemen will judge that shortly after that. And then the Fireman's Barbecue starts at 5 at the Winters Building. That is a free will barbecue. They do hamburgers, hot dogs, beans, watermelon chips. It's a very, very tasty meal. It usually goes over pretty well in the community. And
awesome.
Support the firemen. They're trying to raise some funds for possibly some new gear and some other necessary equipment like that we're looking at.
Well, and one thing that we've seen again this year is a lot of the local firemen in a lot of communities are putting together these great events, which they always do. This year, we know the amount of work that those local firefighters went through, so they definitely deserve everybody's support.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of a trying year for the local departments. Seemed like every other day you were getting called to do something, whether it was just a little ditch fire or, a massive pasture fire from the insanely dry conditions we experienced. So,
well, and you follow all that up right away with ice cream.
Yeah.
So you get your fill of sweets to start Friday.
You bet. Yeah, we have a guy here in town who has a ice cream maker that he's kind of the go-to guy that everybody looks for ice cream from, and he does a fantastic job of it. He's got a little hit and miss motor that he makes his ice cream with, so it's kind of neat. But
cool.
He's making ice cream for the Rockin' Kids 4-H Club that's going to be serving the ice cream, and they have a little bake sale also over there that will be at the Christian Church from 6 to 7. So yeah, we get done. Come have your barbecue meal with the fire department and go right up the street and cool down with some ice cream. And then right after the ice cream social, they have a variety and talent show at the Christian Church as well.
Okay, cool. And as far as I know, the variety show kind of, if you're comfortable in participating in it, you can just go to, right?
Yeah, just show up. Geraldine Moser's the contact for that, and she's taking people, sign up ahead of time, or I'm sure if you will just show up and have a talent that you want to showcase, I'm sure she would be happy to put you right in the show too.
Okay. Did you hear that, Christy? You knew I was going to... She used to be a pretty good baton twirler in her day.
We might have to put her down and make her show up. That'd be worth seeing.
The last time we got her to twirl a baton, even like 5 or 6 times, it took like 3 months of work. So we might be a little bit behind the 8 ball on that one. But
gotcha. Next year we'll get a little more planning in this.
There you go. And then to round out Friday, looks like a couple of other great events.
Yeah. So I believe Friday is the first, possibly the second night of our slow pitch softball league. It's the first night, I've been corrected. So it's actually the first night of our co-ed softball league that is happening in Litchfield. The teams are all ready to play, so they'll be starting about 8 o'clock, it sounds like, somewhere in there, down at the football field and the baseball field. If you want to take in a softball game, it's kind of a fun deal. Show up, hang out. There's bleachers set up. I mean, it's a fun time. Everybody has a good time. Then the beer garden will be opening up on Friday night at 5 p.m. with the band Mohana with Red Shoes will be starting to play at 8. They are also going to have axe kickers that will be set up on Main Street. They're going to be, I believe, 6 throws for $5 is what I've been told. So
nice.
Come check that out. That's starting to be a big thing happening in the area. Everybody's starting to like to chuck an axe at some wood.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting pretty good at it too.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of fun. I've done
Cool.
it a few times.
Awesome.
So, and then, the beer garden is open from 5 to 1. It'll be right here on Main Street. It's always a fun time, good time to get together and meet up with everybody you haven't seen for, since last year possibly at Old Settlers. Then at 10 o'clock approximately, it'll be, once it's dark enough, the community club and the fire department sponsor our fireworks that we have, and our fireworks show, it says, starts at 10 o'clock. It'll be on the southeast corner of town, but honestly, if you can find a hilltop within 7-8 miles of town, you can see them.
There you go.
They're a pretty good show, usually about a half-hour show, and we've have compliments on the quality of our fireworks show for the past 5-6 years, so it's worth checking out.
Great. You could get that one last fill of fireworks for
That's
the
right.
season too.
Yeah, we like having it after the 4th, because then get that last hurrah.
Yeah, awesome. Very, very cool. And then we just flow right into Saturday with what Matt talked about, just kind of starting off with the parade. Again, folks, if you didn't hear and you're just tuning in, if you'd like to pre-register and just kind of make things easier on yourself for that day, and you can just do your pre-registration early, write down all of your information, and just be able to roll right into the parade on Saturday. I think let's talk to Heather a little bit here and talk about what's going on. Beanie's obviously is going to be sponsoring the beer garden on Friday, but you're going to be open all throughout the weekend, and I'm sure you've got some good things planned, don't you?
Yes, we do. Going after the parade, of course, we'll have the pizza in the park, and we're actually going to be closed during the parade so that we can enjoy the parade also. But we'll be open that afternoon on Saturday, and we're actually going to support the community club meal that's going on Main Street from 6:30 to 8, and then we're going to have a beer garden on Saturday from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Okay. And the beer garden is going to be where? That'll be
right out front, and
right out
Beanie's
here?
right on Main Street here.
Okay. And that'll be the case on Friday and Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Heather.
Thank you.
All right. And then, maybe we should talk about some of those things going on later in the day on Saturday. We kind of talked about the beginning of the day Saturday. A lot of this stuff is kind of geared towards kids, but if I have any experience with a lot of the area celebrations, when you get into turtle races and critter races and things like that, that kind of turns into an any ages sort of competition, doesn't it?
Yeah, last year was the first year doing the turtle race, and it was kind of a disaster. So hopefully I learned a lot from that. I got an idea, going to have some buckets ready to go for check-in, and hopefully be able to put some money on it for some fun and fundraising and a little gambling. Everyone likes some gamblings, but learned a lot last year on what it takes to organize a turtle race and label a turtle, and want to make sure the kids have fun. I hope everyone's able to catch a turtle. I saw one. I haven't seen one in like a month, so bring
that
turtles.
means they've all been caught.
Well, maybe. I'm not a very good turtle hunter, and both of mine were on the road that I found, so it's not like I go out in the woods or anything, but I don't know if they hang out in the woods. Probably water, but
Yeah. I had mine get away from me the other day when I was kayaking. It saw it on the bank, and I went to grab it, and it would have been the winner because it was fast.
Disappeared pretty quick, huh?
It was gone.
Yeah, they know what's going on this weekend, I think. Maybe they'll make themselves scarce.
yeah. Well, last year I think we had about 16, but like I said, I'll hopefully have it way better organized. So if you're disappointed last year, it'll be better this year.
Okay, sounds good. And then after you get your turtle racing done, we talked about the last few things on Saturday. Cruise right into the community barbecue, and that's just kind of, each day. Friday has it, Saturday has it. Each day has, those events that are good to just catch up with everybody that you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, we normally do our Smoking on Main competition, and there's some circumstances this year that just didn't allow us to feel like we were going to put on a meal and a competition that was worth having. I mean, it would have been fun, but it just felt like it was probably not in our best interest this year. So we went ahead. Yep, for sure. We will have it back next year. We're half booked up on our teams already for next year, so
great.
We'll get that ready to go. But this year we're gonna still have a meal, just pulled pork and I believe coleslaw, mac and cheese, some sides like that. And my wife is gonna make a whole bunch of dump cakes, and John Coles will be making his ice cream again. So
great.
It'll be a good time. We'll start serving that at 6:30 to 8 right here in the beer garden. So the beer garden will be open while we'll be having our barbecue going, and it'll be just a good time to come, sit down, have a meal. Like I said, catch up with people you haven't seen in a while. We really want to send a special thank you out to Trevor Coles. He actually went ahead and cooked all the pork bellies or the pork butts for us for our pulled pork. So
wow, that's a lot of work.
I think he did. Well, I talked to him the day after he had cooked them all, and when I picked him up, I think he said he had 25 of them on his smoker.
Wow,
So,
he's got to have one of those big ones that's a trailer, right?
yeah, he built it himself. It's big. He does all the competitions in the area that he can. So,
Cool.
but yeah, so we'll have that going on from 6:30 to 8. Then the beer garden opens at 5 to 1 a.m. we will have Sweetwater on Saturday playing from 9 to 1. They've been after us the last couple of years to get them back in, so we said, all right, well, let's do it. So they're all set up, and they'll be ready to play for you from 9 to 1.
Now, Sweetwater, if somebody hasn't seen them perform before, what kind of music can they expect if they come to that show that night?
So Sweetwater's kind of a variety. They do a lot of your classic rock. They do a lot of your older country, maybe some new country. Most of it's more of your older
Good stuff to
Yeah.
hang out to and dance to.
Yeah, it's good music. I
Awesome.
enjoy listening to them.
Cool. And that wraps up Saturday, and then there's some great things to just kind of round out the weekend on Sunday. Nice and early, kind of gets going in the morning, and then just kind of rounds out in the early afternoon. So let's kind of talk about what Sunday looks like.
Yeah, so we have a annual Church in the Park at 10 a.m. So this year, I believe that it is the Methodist Church, I believe. Maurice Wheeler is heading that up. So I believe it is Methodist Church that is kind of putting on the service this year. We kind of rotate around between the local churches. So it's kind of a non-denominational service.
Okay.
And then that's what I said. That starts at 10 o'clock. And then sand volleyball starts at 9. And if you are interested in having a team for the sand volleyball tournament on Sunday, contact Cole Lewandowski. Number is 308-390-1830. He is actually looking for teams that are interested. I think last I heard he had 3, and he didn't feel like it was probably going to be worth it if we didn't have at least 4. So if we could get at least one more team, it will happen.
Okay.
So, yeah, give him a call and get your team entered up, and it's usually a lot of fun. We have 2 courts down there. The 4-H kids will be having a concession stand down there, so if we have any leftover pork from Saturday night, they'll have that Sunday morning for lunch down there. And then we have the trap shoot that starts at 1:30 out at the trap range east of town by Full Circle. That's kind of our local hunt organization, the Dad's Lads and Lassies Hunt. They do this trap shoot. They actually do one about once every month, so this kind of falls into their once a month trap shoot that they have down there. So yeah,
Very cool.
Come check it out this weekend.
All right, awesome. We kind of hopped around at times, and other times just kind of went straight through. Is there anything that we stepped over?
The vendor show, in the past we've had the vendor show on Main Street, but this year we've moved it to Saturday in the park. It's kind of where the main group of people are at. So if you didn't have a lot of success selling last year, I think being down at the park and having everyone around will help you out. So Maurice Wheely's in charge of that one too. So again, we're moving it to the park, and it's just going to be Saturday, so hopefully you get a little bit more people walking by and interested in buying your products.
Kind of always helps when everything is situated around one common area, right? Because you don't have to stress about the schedule or making sure you go a certain place in town. If you just head to the one central location, you can kind of find what you need.
Yep. You can let the kids go play on the water slides and let the adults go play some horseshoes. And, everyone's pretty safe down there, too.
Yeah, and maybe we should hit on kind of the parade a little bit more, just in case people are just joining us. Information's online, but if people want to get signed up that day, just let everyone know where they need to go and the best way to do that, Matt.
Oh, we're just up at the school on top of the hill, then we line you up by streets. We kind of have 3 categories. We have groups or businesses, like our FFA or, KBBN supports us. And then we kind of have a tractor and car section or mechanical, and then a horses division. So, if you got something cool you want to show, like last year, one of our sponsors, Baco's, brought one of their big hay grinders down the street. So that was cool. We had a lot of things like that. So if you got something to show off, come bring it. And we just want to, we've heard a lot of things about local parades kind of dying out. So if you could come support ours was great last year. Hopefully we can continue that this year.
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't have to be anything crazy over the top. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Macy's balloon or anything like that. Just come through and smile and wave at your friends.
And a lot of our stuff, like all these forums or our schedule, are on the Litchfield Community Club page on Facebook. So if you want to look up Litchfield Community Club, all our sponsors, all the events, who to contact, where to sign up, or on our Facebook page too if you don't have a pen in your hand and are writing this stuff down right now.
Well, and the other good thing about, looking at this schedule, it takes really a lot of people in the community to put something like this on.
Or one Andrew Reynolds.
Yeah.
Andrew Reynolds has done a lot of work. I appreciate everything he does for our community club, but he stresses out about this weekend. He's the one that called me and reminded me this thing is happening right now. So I got to give a big shout out to Andrew and Alyssa. They do a lot of work for the community club.
So if anyone has any questions, they're probably headed your direction, aren't they?
Yeah, that's kind of been the go-to, I guess.
But, there are a lot of different names on here as far as, people that are helping out with these events and things like that. And if I know anything about Litchfield, it's a close-knit community. And if someone has a question about where something is or where they need to go, chances are you can probably just turn and ask the person to your left shoulder, and they'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, this town it's definitely a pretty tight community. When we had the hailstorm come through here, 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was, we got hit pretty hard. There's a lot of damage, a lot of windows busted out, and I was out running around town helping people board up windows, and the amount of people that I saw out helping each other was just incredible. So everybody's close, everybody helps out their neighbor and their neighbor's neighbor. So
awesome.
It's a pretty good community.
Well, I think it's going to be another great year, and you got a great schedule. Again, the Facebook page is a great place for you folks to go and check it out. But fun for all ages.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend, and this weekend would not have been possible without our sponsors also. And I know you guys rattled off a bunch of sponsors that we share, but we have Pioneer Seeds and Loop Valley Agronomy, that with Gabe Zweiners, the owner of that, Town and Country Bank, Litchfield Pack, Baco Transfer, Hogemeyer Seeds and Caleb Unick in Mason City, Trotter Incorporated, Susan Bison Home Realty, Full Circle Irrigation in Valley, Beanie Sports Bar, P&D Market, Pates Farm Service, Setting D Ranch, Hamilton Communications, and then we also have Joe's Motor, the Den Bar and Grill and Hazard, and Jim's Trenching and Plumbing. They're all very helpful in keeping this event running year after year.
Great. Awesome. Is there anything we didn't touch on that we wanted to make sure we mention?
I don't think so. I think that pretty much covers it all. Just remember to come down and have a good time. We'll be here.
All right. Friday, first event in Litchfield is going to start in the evening. It looks like entries at 4 o'clock for the dessert contest. Saturday's first event. The parade is going to kick things off, and then on Sunday, church in the park at 10 a.m. Right before that, sand volleyball tournament. If you have a team that you'd like to sign up, that starts at 9 a.m. on Sunday. Probably good to let them know about that ahead of time, though, so that they can plan on having those teams there to compete in that. But great weekend ahead for Old Settlers 2022 in Litchfield. And before we send it back to the studio, we want to thank the sponsors that allowed us to be here this morning. They include Trotter's Garden Shop and Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, Litchfield Community Club, Litchfield Pack, Zorb Farms, Beanie's Sports Bar and Cafe, Pates Farm Service, Town and Country Bank, Full Circle Irrigation, and Custer Public Power District. We'll send it back to the studio.
Thank you so much, Jeremy, and thanks to Litchfield for putting on the Old Settlers Picnic, and thanks to all those sponsors that they mentioned and Jeremy mentioned to make all of this possible. Last year, I believe Joan and I took in the parade, and we just had a great time, and they were thrilled with their parade last year. I heard them mention that. And things kind of center around the parade in the small communities, get everything kind of rolling, and they have their park, which is beautiful, lots of shade. So if you haven't been for a while, take it in. It's really nice, a lot of fun, good people. So while we have a moment here before we close, we were talking about it off the air, we have baseball coming up.
We do, yes. At the end of the week, the Broken Bow American Legion Juniors baseball team will begin play in the Class B Area 6 tournament. And, of course, the tournament champion, area tournament champion, gets a spot at the state tournament. So that's what Broken Bow will be playing for. The tournament will take place in Holdridge this year, and their opening game will be against Cozad at 5 o'clock on Friday. And so we'll be there. We're going to cover all of the area tournament games And our first one will be on Friday starting at 5 o'clock from Holdridge. So we encourage you to join us for Legion Tournament Baseball beginning on Friday.
All right. It's going to be exciting. And it's going to be hot summer baseball, hot dogs, popcorn, hamburgers.
There you go.
Smothered, whatever you call them, with a chip.
Nachos?
Yeah, smothered nachos.
There you go.
Iced tea, pop, baseball.
You know it.
Umpires.
Yes.
Green grass.
Uh-huh.
And we wish the Broken Bow team the best of luck, and all the young men who have spent their summer playing baseball. And they play a lot of games these days, along with summer camps for other sports and lifting weights and all the things that these young athletes do these days to compete in sports. And they entertain us. It's fantastic. I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you. Anything else on your mind?
I don't think so. It'll be crazy tomorrow on The Breakfast Show. We'll be doing our annual Crazy Days remote broadcast. I don't even know how many business. Usually it's around 20, isn't it? 20 businesses or more that we visit with.
Yes,
so
it's about that again.
That'll be tomorrow.
Yeah. So be sure and listen. We'll start right at 7:30, bouncing from business to business, because we want you to know about all the specials that they're all offering Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And again, the carnival comes to town on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The fairgrounds is busy with competition out there. Along with that, we have the Old Settlers Picnic, and tomorrow we'll be talking about the Devil's Den Bike Rally in
All right.
Arnold, Nebraska.
On Friday.
On Friday. Yep.